My name is Brandon. I'm an active duty Air Force officer, and today we're going to be talking about my top reasons to join the Air Force. So my first reason to join the Air Force is honestly the sense of security that you feel when you're joining the military. Now, we have these things called contracts, which we sign before we enter the military and join the Air Force. What these contracts are us promising the Air Force that we will serve a certain length of time, whether it be 4, 6, or even 10 years. And in return, the Air Force guarantees us employment. While I'm in the Air Force, I know every single day when I come home from work that the next day I'm going to have a job. Because that's what I signed up for with the Air Force. And it's an agreement between myself and the Air Force to keep me employed. Another reason to be secure when it comes to the Air Force is pay. In the Air Force, I have a standard pay that I know every year what it's going to be based off of my rank and how long I've been in the military. And also that I'll get paid twice a month on the 1st and the 15th. My number 2 reason kind of falls in line with my number 1 reason, and it's the benefits that you get from joining the military. Now, we talked about pay and how you receive it twice a month, and it's based off of time you've been in the military as well as your rank. But did you know that the Air Force will also pay you for where you live? In the Air Force, we have something called a BAH, or Basic Allowance for Housing, which is the Air Force paying us money on top of our monthly pay in order to uptake our house. And this will go up or down depending where you live. Another amazing benefit about joining the military is healthcare. And in the military, we have something called TRICARE, which actually pays for us to get the proper medical and proper dental care that we need. So I know as an active duty member, and even just as a member in the Air Force, that I can go into a clinic, get a prescription for something, and not have to pay for it. And not only that, but the military will actually cover your spouse and your dependents, being kids or other family members that you might be responsible to take care of, for them to receive the health care as well. So with number 3, again, building off of 1 and 2, my number 3 reason, and probably a number 3 reason for a lot of people who join the Air Force, is the education opportunities. So I actually received my degree as part of the Air Force Academy prior to becoming an officer. So the Air Force actually paid me to go to school in Colorado Springs for 4 years, get my bachelor's with a guaranteed job as an officer when I graduate. So that's one. There's other opportunities like that, whether it's ROTC or OTS for you to get your degree and then commission as an officer with a guaranteed job. But even if you enlisted, there are opportunities for you to get your education once you be in the Air Force while you're in the military. So whether it's getting your CCAF, your associate's degree from the Community College of the Air Force, or getting a bachelor's through TA or your GI Bill, you can actually get your education while you're in the military paid for by the Air Force. Not only for your degrees, but certifications. After you get out of the military, you can actually transfer some of those benefits to other members of your family. Number 4 is another reason, just like number 3, education, for why people join the Air Force, and it's to travel. So I don't know if you've ever thought about wanting to see the world, whether it's Korea or Japan or Germany, Italy, the United Kingdom, Latin America, California. But the Air Force has bases all over the world, which means that if you want, you can actually live all across the world. Now, on top of that, you can actually take leave and travel when you're in the military, just like if you're in a civilian world. When you're on your vacation and you use your leave to go see and travel, you're actually still getting paid. So I guess paid vacation is a perk of the job. And it's not only for travel. The Air Force will also send you on TDYs or temporary duty to other locations. So whether it's another state, another country, there are opportunities while in the military to travel. Number 5, and it's probably a really cool reason, and something that I enjoy about the Air Force a lot is the continually changing environment. So what's awesome about the Air Force is, whether it's the mission, whether it's something that we do differently, but the job is always changing. And I don't know about you, but one thing about me is I did not want to do a career where I would just be doing the same job every day for the rest of my life. And so in the Air Force, whether it's you move to a different section, you actually change jobs, or you just move to a new base where they focus on other things, your job is always changing. And not only that, whether you're starting off as an airman or starting off as a second lieutenant on the officer side, as you progress in rank, you actually also progress in what you're doing and what you're responsible for. So while you might start off as just doing the job, so to speak, at the end, by the time you finish your time in the Air Force, you could be managing entire organizations. We all know about the pilots, and we've seen the commercials with the Thunderbirds and people jumping out of planes and doing incredible things like that. But my number 6 reason why to join the Air Force is just all the cool jobs you can do. There's a common misconception out there when people think about the Air Force that all we ever do is fix planes or fly planes. But I'm here to tell you that the Air Force is so much more than that. While flying planes is a huge part of our identity as an Air Force and what we do, it isn't everything. If you want to serve your country outside of the flying world, you can actually do that. The Air Force has so many diverse career fields, ranging from mechanical to administration to even special forces. So if you want to serve your country as, for example, a firefighter, a cop, a combat rescue officer, or even work with money, you can actually do that in the Air Force. It is what makes the Air Force great, is having these career fields. So not to get sappy here, but my next reason why you should join the Air Force, in my opinion, is the people and the community. Now, I honestly have to say that each and every day when I show up to work, I know that I am working with some of the best people in the world. And I'm not just saying that because they're probably watching this video or probably saying they watched the video and didn't actually watch it. But I genuinely work with the best people. Whether it's the Airman Basic, the E1, or the Senior NCO, so the senior enlisted person who's been in for a while, a brand new officer, a senior officer. I learned something from each and every one of them every single day. Like I said at the very beginning of this video, everyone has their own experiences and everyone will have their reasons why you should join the Air Force. These were just my top reasons. And so if you're in the Air Force right now, drop a comment below. Tell me why people should join the Air Force. And if you're on the fence and you're not sure if the Air Force is right for you, drop a comment also. Tell me what's on your mind and I'll try to respond to as many as possible. And thanks for the support of watching this video. Like this video, comment, say hi. Again, I'll respond to as many as I can. And with that, till next time, see ya.